Sports. Welcome to the banks of the Red Cedar, East Lansing, home of the Michigan State Spartans, where the fans have been ready for hours in anticipation of this big one we have coming up. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the East Carolina Pirates, taking on a team recharged after a much-needed bye week, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Spartans will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it out. It's Silva. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Pirates offense will get the first possession of the game. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
The quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game, so who do you look for? The tight end, and there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter, but over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have a security blanket with a great tight end.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Still on his feet at the 45. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. And the Pirates are on the move. Power football with the run. Bulldozes his way through. Hauled down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there. The Pirates come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. Open space at the 25. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Pirates. That, his 40th career touchdown run.
This guy's had a lot of success throughout his career, but 40 touchdowns is something that's pretty commendable, David. He continues to challenge himself each and every game and every year to get better.
Yeah, just the consistency has been so impressive. The offense is built around him. Like, he's going to get the football, he's going to be featured, and still finds the end zone week after week.
The Spartans offense has the ball for the first time. And how about this matchup of a couple of guys who just don't get tired and don't mind being handed the football, Jesse?
And I love this matchup, too, because in modern football, it's all about throwing the ball and spread and tempo and air raid offenses. Let's go back to toting the rock, old school, two of the best running backs in the business here.
And the defenses now, like, they know the challenge. They know these guys are going to tote it. They got to be physical, committing guys to the box, not letting these running backs have success today.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. He's going to pass. Fires to the middle. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. And the Spartans are in the hurry-up. Just when you thought that ball was out of reach, nothing appeared to be out of his reach there.
Yeah, he says just throw it up and I'll go get it. To track the ball all the way down the field and dive and lay out with that body control, that is a special catch.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he dropped the football. He had it right in the middle of the field and just ran before he finished the catch. It'll be 4th down. The Spartans will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs.
Running toward the tape. Inside the 30. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
You're going to win a lot of games if you can generate explosive plays. That's what we've seen in recent weeks from this football team, but this offense, man, they are every defensive coordinator's nightmare because of the players they've got lining up all over.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, East Carolina. Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You can see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger race. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of them. Runs into a wall. They'll give him 1 out to the 8.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Man, this guy just has a lot of skills when he's toting the rock, doesn't he? He's got speed, but he's also physical. Kind of reminds you of great Michigan State running backs. Guys like Le'Veon Bell or T.J. Duckett. They could run guys over, but once they got in the second level, they could take it the distance. This guy has skills like that.
They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. He's looking to throw. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it, open.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. They're testing the right side here. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Offense gets set for second down. Running to the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it, open.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Second down coming up. The give to the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on third down. Trying play action. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up for it.
Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. What a disappointment. No good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. One final play before the end of the quarter. Handoff from the shotgun. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves to change for the first down. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They're going to ride this running back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn. And they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
On second down, he'll fire. Makes a connection. Finds a crease at the 20. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan State. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into you.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Running back searching for a hole. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The give to the back. At the 45 on its way. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for them.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know they're running the football. It's just a matter of who's getting it and where they're going. But this offense, it really didn't matter. Nice job up front, nice execution, picking up not only the 1, making it an even bigger play and getting the first down.
He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense. We got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Purple Pirates. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
21, Michigan State 7.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. The Spartans very efficient with this passing game.
You like that, Reese? You like that? I think so. This is an offense that, listen, when you've got a guy back there that can be efficient. Make no mistake, they're going to run the football, but when you get that Kirk Cousins guys, you start to really like the offense.
We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. And the Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Buys a little time with his feet. And he'll avoid the tackler there with a slide.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Look out, he's got room. And he slides after picking up the 1st down, but there is a penalty flag. Let's see who it's against. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Using his feet to buy time.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. It's good. Easy call for the ref. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. LSU is getting handled right now, and for this to be happening to this program in front of these fans, it's almost inexplicable. They're trailing by 21 to Louisville. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. After the incompletion, let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 33. They're looking for an advantage to the right.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Off play action. Moves away as he feels pressure. Slings it downfield. Got his man to the left. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. One more snap coming before halftime. Quarterback checking the play. Looking for a man. It's Brock. Going downfield for the big play. Pulls it in inside the 10. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a fascinating one going on in East Lansing. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. An offensive showcase, yes, but it's been those dynamic running backs who have set the pace. I'm curious to find out if this ground and pound approach is going to continue into the second half, or if one of those defenses will actually show some pride. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Spartan Stadium.
And the Pirates will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it out. It's John. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Steps away to find some room. Going to try to get it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. The Spartans want to pick up the tempo. On third down, going up top. Quarterback now breaking the field. Turns it on in midfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Trying to make magic with his feet. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Spartans will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll bring it back. It's Silva. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. Looking for a productive play on first down. Running to the left. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the tailback. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on his defense.
The give to the back. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball in 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable third down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Timeout, East Carolina.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking downfield, it's Brock. Using the quick game.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that 3rd down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
Fights off a defender. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
And they're able to get him down, but not before he gets to the 2. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. To the ground with the back. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, ECU! No mid-season concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
And he picked up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. He wants to throw. On the run, still looking. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. After the big 1st down sack for the D, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. The Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. This guy fits that Spartan quarterback mold, a guy who makes plays, a Jeff Smoker, a Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, a guy that you can depend on. You got to find that guy that can complement who you are and what you are, and so you can get a lot of the fans going, go green, go white. Find the complement at quarterback to this offense.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Out of the gun to give to the back. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the ground, he's got it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He's going to take off. Short gain on the play before he slides. Guys, East Carolina carries the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Sparty.
And it's the relationship with... And a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. Use the play fake, now to throw. Might be looking to run. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Well, look, I love the fact that he scrambled. He can't take a sack. He can't take a negative play at this point in the game. I just wish he would have stayed in bounds, though. You got to know as a quarterback here, we've got the lead. It's late. If I get tackled in bounds, the clock keeps ticking.
They're bringing heat. Stands in and takes the hit. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work.
Open runway ahead. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Pirates. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position.
Ball is free. Oh, and he not only gets the ball back, he's also got enough for the first down.
Man, did they catch a break. The wide receiver, you could tell, man, trying to fight for extra yards after the catch. Coughs it up, but what do you know? Bounces right back to him, and he says, yes, please, I will take that.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Ball in the air, intercepted.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
Pulled down after a pickup of 3, balls at the 13. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Looking for space to the left. Fires to the end zone. can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Field goal is good. And that lead grows even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Shoots it to the left. Got him downfield. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. And the Spartans will hustle to the line.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
The Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Quickly complete. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. And the Spartans trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Dances away to buy time. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. Dances away from the heat. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Spartans!
Nice job by the offense, going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go in and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they tried to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, East Carolina. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
Yeah, I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
Michigan State 24.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Offense getting set for 1st down. He's going to pass right down the middle. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. On the move is the 30. The expressway is wide open. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They want to run it left here. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, keep the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. He's knocked down in the... Lose a couple. This seems to be a chip shot field goal attempt and a routine 3 points, but they will go for it on 4th down. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. They've already put this game in a hammerlock, and now they'll go for the submission hold on 4th and goal. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, we got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. Wants to throw on 1st down. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. And here we go, final play of the game right here. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Looking to the big tight end. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Purple Pirates. How about that D coming up with a play like that? They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you could tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.